Look at this view. Like I said, water-loving people. Look at that. That is not an ocean. That is Lake Michigan with your own private beach. Looks like he was a Navy guy.
Exactly.
U.S. Navy, believe.
That's a bit of a challenge sometimes because you're bringing these big rocks. You're trying to seamlessly meld this section with your pond, formal with the informal, and that's always a challenge.
Look at this. Look at these steps right across. So nice. I love all the moss, just all the little falls. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 waterfalls. Welcome to living the Aquascape lifestyle. Are you filming?
Yeah.
My camera guy. What, another house on the lake?
Yep, another one.
What the heck? I'm gonna have to get a place up here. Look at this gorgeous house. Oh my goodness. All right, so tell me about this project, Kristen.
Okay, this was a nuts project. So we get a call. He bought the property. There's a pond here. We get here and he doesn't know why his electric bill is $500 a month or why he's running too much water. They had put a 5-horsepower pump in a weird like septic vault.
Oh my gosh.
They wanted to run it all year so they'd run wires everywhere to make it heated.
Yep.
That didn't work. So he was, just to keep it running a little bit, the pump was never stopped running, the water to refill it. The horsepower, you could hear it, it was loud, it was expensive. And they had bentonite clay instead of a real liner.
Oh my goodness. So pretty much everything was wrong.
Everything was wrong. But he still wanted to have a water feature.
Nice.
So we came out and we dug out what was here and we put in an Aquascape system and he is delighted.
Your hair matches the flowers.
Oh.
Look at this view. Holy cow. I never knew that I would be all over Lake Michigan. Look at this view. Wow. All right, I'm walking around. I'm gonna find the pond somewhere. I'm the only one here. Everyone's in the front. Maybe the pond's in the front. Oh, I hear it. I was wondering why nobody was following me. Another front yard pond. Backyard Lake Michigan, front yard pond. I've got a theme going now.
Yes.
Okay.
That happens so often for us.
Whoa. I love the landscaping. This is gorgeous.
It was a nightmare. It was costing them hundreds and hundreds of dollars every day to run it, and it leaked like a sieve.
Right.
And we took it out, and there's clumps of the bentonite everywhere.
Yep.
The rocks were beautiful, but it was just full of clay. It was horrible. There's a pit down here, the old sewer system below this thing.
Sewers and ponds don't go together.
No, it was insane. It was like this well down there of death. It was just really depressing. So we tore everything out. We had to get a big machine to reach in here and get these rocks out and sling them out.
Yep.
We had boards everywhere, and we set the rocks out. I had a really good operator at the time working for me, and then we got all the nasty stuff out. We had to close off these holes that were in the bottom that channeled the water into the reservoir down there where the pump was.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a nightmare. So we had to cover it up. We discovered so much stuff. It's insane what we had to deal with. Once we removed it and created our fresh canvas, we then dug the pond here, filled the stream in, used the signature skimmer at the bottom, and then we have two 2500 waterfall or biofilters there that are taking the water into that beautiful little waterfall that comes in together and creates a nice crashing noise. We wanted to make sure it was visible from where they sit there, so we had to raise and elevate this. Some of this rock work was existing.
Looks like he was a Navy guy.
Exactly.
U.S. Navy, believe.
So we had to work within the context of some of the old concrete that's there. The other part we had to work with is this seam along this rockwork. This is beautiful rockwork right here. That's a bit of a challenge sometimes because you're bringing these big rocks. You're trying to seamlessly meld this section with your pond, formal with the informal, and that's always a challenge. Again, we built the trust with them. They gave us the budget that we needed to do it, and we created a really beautiful centerpiece here. So I'm really happy with this one. It was unique. I wanted to bring it because it has the narrative behind it. The story of how this came about was insane. I can't believe the person that built this built it that way. Now they're living the Aquascape lifestyle. It's beautiful, gorgeous pond. They hang out here and they just love it.
And I could tell they're gardeners too.
They often use that side because
well, I want to go through there. That looks fun.
It's fun both ways.
What a cool, and did you say Lake Michigan's on the other side of this?
You can see it through the house. It's fantastic.
Are you serious? Yeah. So you said it was kind of like a Frank Lloyd Wright type of design. Oh, here it is right here in the front. It's in the front yard. So this makes sense. So Lake Michigan is in the backyard and they wanted to have something in the front yard to greet visitors. This is beautiful. Look at those stonework. Wow!
We're expanding their living space by putting it here. This is really common on the lakefront homes that we do. We'll do something on the other side. Sometimes it's so cold from the wind.
Oh, sure. So in sun and everything else.
So this gives them a new place that they can hang out.
Wow. And build it and they will come, nature. All the tadpoles in here. But look at this. You've even got a little secret falls on this side. All of the moss up here in Michigan. What great stonework. So shallow, no fish.
No fish. We're adding more lily pads.
Yep, I love those steps.
In the water garden aspect of it.
Okay,
so
sure.
We're going to be continuing to build up that.
Look at this. Look at these steps right across. So nice. I love all the moss. Just all the little falls. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 waterfalls.
They gave us so much artistic freedom, and we built that trust through several meetings and inviting them over to our house to see our demo ponds on our property because we live that aquascape lifestyle. And we originally were going to do a big giant pondless waterfall coming down underneath the bridge and then a pond down below.
Oh, okay, I see. There's a bridge, yeah.
But
okay.
The problem is you can't see it from within the house.
Yeah, see, you wanted to move it farther out. So what did it look like? It was just a berm? With
just a berm.
Uh-huh.
It was a blank canvas just waiting for me.
Uh-huh.
So I was so excited. I gave them the price there, and then I started thinking, this doesn't feel right at all. It didn't feel right to them either. It wasn't clicking the concept. And I thought about it for a few minutes. I was looking out the window out to this berm and go, that's it. This is what we need to do. A water wall inspired by the different falls in the UP, down through the little rivulets and lots of moss, and just it was so exciting for me. And I thought they'll never go for it because it was a pretty good dollar amount on it.
Yeah.
And they did. And it was fantastic. It was one of the best experiences. And we just took our time.
So what would a project like this from WaterPaw entail?
This was about $62,000, $65,000.
Oh, don't look at the amount of rock work. It's art. This is pure art in something. Where is the intake bay here? I can't even tell.
There.
Where?
Area.
So okay, so the pump's over there.
Yep.
Okay, so the pump's over there. You got a snorkel and a centipede down there, and
this was crazy because one thing, where do you get your machine in here? So we had to take the cage off of a rickety old Bobcat
to get underneath there.
Barely underneath there.
Yep.
And then we had to build the complication is we had to build our way out because we couldn't work the perimeter. There's no way to get a machine up on top.
Yep.
So we had to build our way out, which is a challenge. So instead of building the pond, we built the waterfall first. Instead of setting rocks and then going in and going back to it, I had to be done as I went. So you had to see the whole thing in whole. And that was a huge challenge. And then we had to work our way back with the pond and just hanging out there with these heavy rocks and the machine just leaning.
Yeah.
here. We got these little miniature rivers on the top. I mean, just there's the detail on this is phenomenal. A little bit of water coming right there. So the views, this is why this was a work of passion for me, because every little detail was paid attention to. And you don't often get that chance. You don't always get a chance to work at that kind of detail level, because they don't pay for it. It takes a lot of time and artistry. And so it was mostly just Clayton and I doing the work, and then Billy came up from Triton to help me out. Collaboration Nation, you know, hashtag it. So he was helping too when we needed the help, but most of the time it was just Clayton and I working on the wall. It turned out really nice. I'd hate to leave it because this is how I would like to do it. We've talked about doing this in our front yard and I'm going to do a version of it. This all came out of the UP, Northern Michigan. So all of this had a lot of moss on it, and then we seeded a lot more moss into it to really get that feel, that woodland, the UP rocking outcrop.
Hi, I'm the pond guy, Greg.
Hi, I'm Susan.
Okay, so Susan, I haven't seen the lake. I would love to see the lake if I could.
Be our guest,
okay.
right over there.
So how did this whole thing come about?
Actually, it was my husband Charlie's vision for a lot of years. He loves moving water and wanted to have a pond.
Well, he's obviously a water-loving person to have a home on Lake Michigan.
Well, yes, right, but you know, a different type, quieter. The first, his first vision was to have the pond.
I heard, and we determined that it was not going to be visible from the windows.
In consultation with David, and at our first meeting, he brought over the Aquascape catalogs so we could get ideas, and we were talking about that, and then the inspiration, you know, he came back one day and said, let's think about this.
Yeah.
So beautiful, we love it.
The sound.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the winter, it was beautiful too. Now it's kind of coming to life. The birds and the frogs and the plantings are going to be maturing. It's really more than what we expected. And
Amen. And it changed the space.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There's not a person that walks through this cool pathway that's not going to look over there when they hear that sound.
Canvas like we have on the other side. It was just a bare slope, and so it was trying to be developed.
So it was a good investment.
Absolutely.
Now that we've talked about this cool pond, I want to see that awesome lake.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, sure. You want to walk through?
Yeah, it'd be great. How long have you lived here?
We built the house about 15 years ago.
Good for you. Wow, this is gorgeous. I love the stonework. All the limestone, the cut limestone.
Yeah, here's our
Hey, Deloise. Hey, bud. Look at this view. See, David, this is what you were talking about.
Yes.
You were talking about if it was underneath the bridge, you wouldn't really get to see it from this incredible window.
When you're sitting in the couch, you can see it. When she's in her office or the kitchen, she can see it. And you can see it from the hallway over there, too.
That's the magic of it. We enjoy it from every angle.
Yes. What's over here? We're getting a house tour because we want to see the windows.
Right there, her office.
Oh, kitchen window, looking at it again. Not bad place to do dishes at.
Through there as well.
Wow, just so awesome. I love this walkway. Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, wow. And so this is like the den.
Yeah.
This is nice. And then you walk right back here. Where are you from?
We're Midwest folks. My husband grew up downstate. I'm from Ohio.
Look at this view. Like I said, water-loving people. Look at that. That is not an ocean. That is Lake Michigan. with your own private beach. America. Amen. Wow. Listen to those waves. Holy cow. Who knew? I didn't know that I was going to be on Lake Michigan vlogging today. This is what I love about my channel. I never know what I'm going to experience. A front yard, beautiful waterfalls, a backyard Lake Michigan, an incredibly cool person. This is what I love about doing my job. Hey, if you're interested in living the aquascape lifestyle yourself, check out the link below to find a certified aquascape contractor and get our coffee table book. We're going to put a link to the coffee table book so you can see how people are living the aquascape lifestyle all over. Perfect Christmas gift. Pre-orders are available right now. I love my job.